I was born with a little issue. There was an accident during my birth. I was born basically dead, and I got reanimated just right after, and it took a few weeks to get back to like life, and it took about 10 years to get back to being normal, as people would say. The development of the brain took a little bit more time to get there. No memory, difficult to learn, like motricity challenges and stuff like that, you know, like very, like I was really, let's say, slow. I was also really backed up, like for the school. Basically, I had the daily school, and I had teachers at home at night to catch up with every day. And I got a brother, which is 1 year less than me, and he didn't have the issue. So it was, I felt like it was very, very unfair growing up, because he would learn easily, and you know, we both get out of school, and he goes to watch TV, and I'm like stuck with a teacher in the kitchen, and trying to review the day, seeing if I understand well, blah blah. It was fairly frustrating, and I thought it was unfair. But I mean, now I know why. But back then, you know, as a kid, not realizing why it was not as easy as it was for him. My dad was fighting a lot to keep me in normal school, while the teacher wanted me to get out of it because, you know, I was not suitable for it. His fight for me was a reward, because after, I think I was 13 years old, and I kind of woke up and unlocked and basically caught up with all the stuff. After that, I fully recovered, and I had a sport career. Like, people don't know, but I have a few French gold medals in skiing in the national stuff, and I am also a sailing teacher, because I grew up on boats. When I was 4 years old, my parents sold everything, and we left from the south of France to do a World War I trip on a sailing boat. And eventually we didn't get much further than east side of Mediterranean Sea, because the boat did break and it was really expensive to fix. We came back to France like a year after, and had to start over from scratch. And all that time I was like, you know, slow myself as well. And we did live for 1 year on the boat in the seaport in the south of France. While we were, you know, going to school, and getting back home was basically going back to the boat, which was not very big. My dad, who is a physiotherapist, did, you know, start to work again, and then we got a house and a normal life. And he did put me at sailing school, and I grew up doing like sail stuff, etc. So that's why I ended up being a sail teacher a few decades later. I think I had like 3 to 5 lives in my life, if you see. Like, growing up, I had a stupid stuff in my ear, like a tumor in the inner ear. I had hearing balance issue. I got surgery for that to fix it. I was like just 18 years old. People don't know that, but I don't hear very well. I had a 40% loss on the left. It's very good for sleeping. I just put my right ear on the pillow, and then I don't hear anything. So this is super nice. What seems like something bad at the beginning, it turns to be your daily stuff, and in the end, like, you live with it. That's fine, you know. I can like just pretend that I didn't hear anything I didn't want to hear. But that did stop my skiing career. When I had that thing at the ear and I was stuck in the hospital bed, my only wish was I want to go ice skating, you know. But I could not stand up, so that was really, really scary. So I did start working in IT as well, because I did a university in information technology, so back in France. And after that, I started to work for a company that was doing compact brand maintenance, and I was, you know, certified compact technician. I was fixing servers, the ProLiant back then, and networking and stuff in the southeast of France. I'm gonna make it short, but I got hired by a company which was actually some terrorist group in the southwest of France back in 20,000. You can look at that in Wikipedia. That is not my name, but it's the Basque separatist. So basically, the company I was working for were some leading members of that organization. It's like, it's coming, you got a job opportunity, you just go, you don't look for trouble or anything, you know, you just get there. And the way they got me, I was working for a small company. I was securing their servers, like Linux stuff and Windows stuff. And it was done so well that they came to me and say, "We want you in the shop." And so I left my like low-paid job to work with that group, which I didn't know who they were. And that's how I ended up there. And it was bad. It was really, really, really bad, because when you get there, it's not only a job. They want you. and it has been challenging to get out, and because of the threats. And they did actually threaten my life and my wife and sent people after us. It happens that people sometimes look like friends and they say, hey, come work for us, it's gonna be super cool. You're gonna make money, you're gonna love what you do. And it goes slowly, the cards are not open at first. These people that get you in the organization, they spot smart people and they know how to trick your mind. They know how to social engineer you into, like further limit that you will ever accept. And so after that, due to the threat and all, I got, well, I'm gonna make short, but I ended up working for the French Secret Service of the military. Because what happened is that due to the group of the previous experience, they deleted me from the French registry. My social security number got wiped. I didn't exist in France as a citizen. They wiped me. Some relation, knew some people, and that's how it went to the military. And there was a front shop for the military that I worked for. That was actually for the French Secret Service, and they did hire me, and they did reinstate my identity in the system, and basically I did collaborate with the takedown as a consultant, external consultant, where I did write software for radio communication and encryption, which has been deployed for the French military services and the foreign legion of the French military. And that event in my life is why I'm working in privacy now and in data and security. It's like you realize that when an organization can delete you from any register of the country, you are just a number. And if that number gets deleted, when they did that, and I went for the unemployment agency, say, no, sorry, mister, you cannot get in here. You don't exist in the system. I was like, unwanted people, like no one would support, like the police could not do crap, and no one could help. And if it was not for the relation or the people that I randomly met, if you will, that did help and support the recovery, I would not have been able to make it. That's an extreme stress, and I have a PTSD from that. And that's why I'm working in security and privacy, because I know exactly the price of not controlling the data. I know I've been through that. I've been through the threat. So once did happen, that was the decision, that was the pivoting point of I'm gonna leave that country. So basically we moved with a temporary visa in Canada for 1 year. People ask, well, but you have a house and why did you leave? But when you get a threat in your life, the hardware thing means nothing. I have my own fear and doubt and stuff that make me a little paranoid a little bit, but it's like I don't trust anything and I don't have any expectation on anything. I lost the ability to enjoy nice thing or genuine generosity, because if there is generosity now, I'm like, what's behind? Why? Like what is it hiding? Because it can't be, because of my experience. And it happens sometimes. Like some humans are really great and nice. But so that's the poison of my life in a way. If you don't live through what I've been through, you don't get it. And because I am who I am, I always put extra security. I always like technology is there to serve people. And for a few years now, it seems to shift where we actually serve tech. Companies and big tech are now fighting to become the root of trust of who's defining whose human is who. And to me, it can't be a private organization. It has to be a public ledger, which is interoperational across systems, where sure, private business could hook on it, but if you combine paper and digital, it's very complex to forge and you can still have a proof. This is what happened to me. I had the birth certificate, I had like the real stuff, the old passport and stuff like that in paper, which was allowing me to prove who I was. So that's what I'm fighting for, due to my experience. I'm really happy to make a difference and try to bring value to people who are willing to take a step toward better privacy and security. That's part of why and how I do what I do, and that's my fire.